Howdy do. What's this? Howdy do. Hope everybody's well out there. Thank you, Cat Mama, for the rice recipes. I seen risotto. I'm like, no, I don't like mushrooms. But you didn't list mushrooms, so I guess you can make it without it. So I'm like, okay. Might not be bad. Actually, I went to the store. I need to go back to the store to get more stuff in case they can do the donation. But I'm going to try that, though. I got yellow rice, the kind that comes in a little golden bag. I don't know what it's called. I called it Mahatma Gandhi rice because that's the name that pops into my mind when I read the name, but I never read the name. Kind of glance over it, and all I see is an M and something I don't know if I pronounced right, so I call it Mahatma Gandhi rice. It's not, though. Oh, Lord. No, not 20 pounds. I could eat 20 pounds of that one, though. I mean, that's it's got flavors. But no, I don't need 20 pounds of rice. Oh, Lord, I still can't believe it. Well, I can believe I did that. Yes, I can, because I wasn't paying any attention whatsoever. The problem is when you order the stuff, they do the order, I guess, the fulfillment people like fulfill your order there in the store. But if you get refrigerated items and then hot items, they're not in the same place. And so they must have left half my stuff at the store. And so I was taking a chance on doing it again and this and this and this. And so I was like, just pick this. 20 pounds of rice. Because we read. Oh, Lord. That's all right. It was meant to be. Because I definitely wasn't returning it. So it was meant to be. Okay. I saw you live this morning, Kelly. I didn't see it, but I saw that you were going live because I go to sleep at 7 a.m. So I'm like, okay. This time it was 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., something like that. And I'm like, but no, this was earlier than that. I don't know when I went to sleep yesterday, actually. It was much earlier than that. It was like 3 or 4. I don't know. Because we're on different coasts, so whatever it was, I have to watch the replay. So hopefully everybody is hurricane free at the moment. Maybe even if you're not, it won't do the worst that it could. Take care of yourselves, and if you're all right, check on your neighbor if you want to. I won't be my brother's keeper on that one because let's see. First one. Will protest in Russia lead to more Putin challengers for president? Because protests are a rare thing. Successful protests even more so. So let's see. Will someone rise up to meet or attempt to meet the challenge in the future? Because you know what's more than likely going to happen. So, no, I would not, lucky girl. She got a kid. She look at him busting the head with a baseball bat. I rebuke you, lucky girl. You made me get violent. Wait a minute. Rebuke lucky girl. If I made her some rice, I'm gonna make it in the toilet bowl. You again? Wait a minute, because rebuke you too, Terry. Oh Lord, I ain't gonna say nothing else. Gertrude is a nickname that Tres Leche gave my mortal enemy. So oh Lord, that's a mess. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. Vladimir and challengers. Will this lead to more challengers? The protest. What was that? 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands means it's tough. But yes, already. Tenacity and fortitude. They're not going to give up. No, Zazzle has been hanging in a garage by its neck for a long time. This one here, she's new. Okay. But it's Florida water, but it's the same. Hi, Pete. Florida water is technically just cologne. Technically, that's all it is. It's folklored to be cleansing like this. This is technically just a rock, but in the metaphysical community, these are magical items. So, yeah, that's how we roll around here. Selenite cleanses, Florida water does too. And the magician, the 6 of Wands, the Page of Cups. Well, the magician and the 6 of Wands, there is skill and power and talent. Yes, somebody will. Someone will rise to the challenge here. Skill and power, talents. Page of Cups, 10 of Swords is not going to be a good thing, though. It can be. But just know who you're running against and do your best. And I'll leave it there. There you go. You know what? That is interesting. Because someone said the reason New York pizza tastes as good as it does is because of the water. The water makes New York dough that fantastic. Okay, this is very petty. I'm gonna leave that actually. Go to the next one. Alina Habba. Alina, Alina Habba, Habba. This is someone who may be trying to be another Trump lawyer. Can we look in the crystal ball and see what's coming in her future in regards to Donald Trump? I don't know if she's a lawyer for him or if she just wants to be, but Alina Habba. That's why I heard the name is Midas Touch. They're live right now, actually, I think. Okay. The Temperance and the Eight of Cups. There's abandonment of some sort of actual temperance, like trying to, okay. Three of Wands, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Swords. Somebody around her cares for her and told her, look here, this is not the thing to do. Somebody's been paying attention in her life. Somebody. And they said, stay away from him. Somebody has been paying attention. Because the Temperance is temperance. Somebody wants her to be calm, behave, to stop. That's what they want. Eight of Cups. Walk away from this. Abandon that idea. The Ten of Swords and the Three of Wands. There is an ending to whatever it is you're trying to complete. Like, stop that. But this is going to end very badly anyway. It just is. Okay. The Nine of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. There's worry about what it is that you're going to be doing. Sharing money, time, information, charity, begging, submission, all that stuff. This is a chore. This is not the thing to do right now. Home girl. Page of Swords and the Word of Warning. This is not really what you want to see in the Word of Warning when you're asking about your future plans, because this is delays. So that could be something small. Could be very bad news as well. And I'm going to say very bad news. Why? Because this is here. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords. Worry, stress, anxiety, and horrible endings. What does that sound like to you? It's not a delay. This is something horrible. Listen, little girl. Okay. Wheel of Fortune and then Knight of Swords. Hectic, chaotic environment. There's a reason I called him Medusa. Okay. For those who don't know, because this happened a long time ago, there's a deck called Madame Endora's Fortune Cards. I would pull this for Donald Trump all the time. Medusa, the person you get close to that turns you to stone just by looking at you. The Gorgon. This is not the person you want to be close to, because all the ill befalls you. The thing that killed Medusa, they chopped her head off, I believe. Pericles, I think, chopped her head off, but used it as a weapon then, because he can just take it and turn the gaze. There are some stories where they made Medusa see her reflection, and then she turned herself to stone. And so there's, anyway, stay away from him. Then again, you're an OANN contributor. Maybe this is what you want. Okay. Go for it. Go for it. But it's not going to be good. I'm psychic. I know these things. Lee Yang. The FEC has voted 3-3, so a no. Hi, Coleon. To vote to probe Donald Trump's campaign donations, and they're in Florida, and they voted 3-3. 3 Republicans, 3 Democrats, and Republicans voted no. Democrats voted yes to probe Donald Trump in his campaign donations financing. Lee Cindy, in quotations, Yang, I guess that's what they call her. She has a massage parlor or business or something like that there in Florida, and was using that business to raise large amounts of money and then donate it to Donald Trump's campaign and CPAC and all that type of stuff. And so they wanted to investigate this as fraud and campaign violations and so forth and so forth. So in order to, how they do, they have to have things in order first. So you have to vote whether to probe. You don't just go probe. So they voted whether to probe, and it was 3-3. So that's a no. We're not going to probe if you have to have 4 out of 7 or 4 out of 6, and they only got 3. So there you go. What I want to know is, will there be an investigation into her further? Because this was into the donations and probing Donald Trump's blah, blah, blah. So will there be some sort of investigation into her in the future? Coming up soon. Federal Elections Commission let him off the hook, basically. Will she be investigated? Page of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. There's donations. Nostalgia, someone you've known in the past as well. The Page of Pentacles is not so much donations. That's more of a 6 of Pentacles. These Page of Pentacles is like documents or agreements, some paper that's worth money, like deeds and titles, things of that nature. So there's financial documents for a person that you've known. Okay. The 9 of Cups. So this is someone from the past too. The Hermit, 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is like wishes granted as well. And so if she has been doling out money, they want to look into who else. The 9 of Wands and the 10 of Swords is like a no. So I think she's off the hook too, but someone wants to with the Hermit. Hermit wants to investigate, wants to look at things, but it's not the Donald Trump. It's like this goes further because, like I said, the 6 of Cups is someone you've known over years. And so she may have known Donald Trump, but he's not specifically it. This is a pattern of behavior for her too. Maybe DeSantis and maybe Scott and anybody else who's been in there. She does this type of thing. So, well, there you go. Another one off the hook. E. Jean Carroll defamation. What will come of that? Because they're trying to argue technicalities at this point to where he gave the denial while he was president. And so while he was president giving a denial, Should he be covered by White House legal counsel, or should he have to do this on his own? And so E. Jean Carroll, who accused Donald Trump of rape, cannot apparently sue him, or is not suing him for that. It's defamation. So what's going to go on there? Because he said it didn't happen, and she's not my type, and all this type of mess. Because that matters to the rapist. So let's see. What's going to come of her defamation suit? Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords. There's some confusion and sneakiness. Could be confusion and strategy too. Ace of Wands and Eight of Cups. Yeah, there is not a. He is the king of delays. There's no clear path forward. This is going to take a long time. The Knight of Pentacles is how it ends. Knight of Pentacles takes a long time to do anything. But the Knight of Pentacles takes a long time to do anything because he wants it done right. So this is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. The Seven of Cups is confusion or a lot of choices, and the Seven of Swords is sneaking or a strategy of some sort. And the reason I'm going with strategy is because the Ace of Wands is a new action. So there is something new that needs to be done, something old that needs to be done away. So the Eight of Cups, you may have to abandon one strategy and then go to another. Because here, with the Seven of Swords, there's not a real clear path forward on the way that you're taking it. And so there needs to be some sort of audible. We're going to have to call an audible here. The Nine of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Something is approaching that is good news for this case, though. The Nine of Cups, something that you actually really, really wanted. But it's not necessarily... Hi, Ron. This is not necessarily the biggest thing in the. It's almost like I've been saying. It's like the FEC thing. We have to first vote if we're going to even allow a probe, and then do. So it's like step one of 400, but it is something you really wanted. Like, okay, now finally my case can be heard, or something of that nature. And so she already got that part. They said that he can't just, thumb his nose at this one. But the Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups, it's something you want. It comes out of nowhere. It's very, very good news and surprising. It's approaching fast. So within a week or a week and a half here. And the Two of Pentacles, though, there is going to be a lot more that you're going to have to balance, but it's not a big deal. It just means that forewarned is forearmed. Since you know it's coming, go for it. Your word of solace is the Two of Cups. It might be some sort of witness or someone on your side, someone doing some talking for you as well. This may just be character witness. The Knight of Pentacles, again, is how it ends, so be ready for the long haul on this one, but this is actually going in a good direction. You just are going to have to change your game plan, is all. Okay. I say that like she's listening. Michael Cohen says that taxes, he called it the Al Capone effect. He said taxes is what's going to bring down Donald Trump. So is he right? Is he right? How likely are Donald Trump's taxes to get him in trouble? Legal trouble. How likely? Because that's the thing that'll do it. Four swords. All right. The Two of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Decision to be made about hoarding something, keeping something to oneself. The Hangman, the Devil, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. This is a lot to do with, it bring down the gangsters too, and that's so crazy. You can't find Hoffa, but you can find him Texas. Eight of Pentacles and the Hangman, there is something, I've been saying this forever though. This is more like what he did in New York, to where his apartment is worth $11 million or whatever, and he said it's worth 340 something million. But it's about something that he always says he lost, that he does not have, that blah blah blah. It's always, it's hoarding, it's hiding. But there's a decision to be made on that. The Devil and the Knight of Cups, something that's made to look pretty for deceptive reasons. The Knight of Cups is image. The Devil is the devil. So something that's made to look pretty for deceptive reasons. Just like his apartments, just like his Doral thing with the waterfall that he said is only worth 8 cents because he can get some sort of tax breaks on this. And the Six of Wands, the Nine of Cups. I need one more card. Will this be the thing? Empress, bringing something new into the world. Birth, power over life. That's still a yes, though. If anything were to do it first, it would be taxes. But this taxes may come, or this tax issue may start with a woman, though. She may be the person who brings it into the world. We shall see. Oh, if it's Letitia James, I would turn a cartwheel, an actual cartwheel, live on YouTube. Not just a woman, but a black woman sticking you right in the gut and taking all your money. I would love that. You made your whole life out of being nasty to people. Okay. This is Patty. If you are of a high vibration, leave now. This reading is not meant to predict the future. This is just hypothetical. There is and I'm going to do it with oracle cards at that too. There is a question that you never, ever, exactly, Colia, that you ever ask life, the universe, God, whatever you call it. This is something you never ask, okay? Because it will answer you in the most creative way ever. What's the worst that can happen? Don't ever ask that. Ever. I don't care what it is. What's the worst that could happen? The correct phrase is, oh, what the hell? And then you do it anyway. What's the worst that can happen means the worst is about to happen. Because that's a key that you turn and then all of the garbage falls out. So for Donald Trump's and his cheering, I want to know. Because I did this, I was supposed to make a spread out of this, but I didn't because I didn't think about it but that one time. And so what I want to know is Donald Trump and his chillin'. So first we'll start with Don Jr. And you know, there's nothing in there today, Chloe. You know that there is a case against you and your whole family in Trump org. So what I want to know, worst that could happen with you being the son right now of Donald Trump. This is a worst case scenario reading. Again, this is not meant to predict the future. This is just me being petty. What's the worst that could happen? You know, I just feel like he don't love his children. You know, it's one of them things to where I don't know it for sure, but I'm sure that I know it. The green man, this is support. This is support. This is nature, life, but it's more support. Like nature gives us life, so it supports. The golem is also support, but it is like blind support. It is a person that if you were that type of person, you could abuse the crap out of this person and they'd let you because they'll do anything for you type of thing. This is the sentry. This is the person who just stands at your defense, at your beck and call 24 hours a day. And so if you're a good person, this is the person that God has sent to strengthen you in your endeavors. If you are a Donald Trump person, this is the person you walk on because they let you. The wizard, there is an abuse of power. Why? Because something is kept secret with the wyvern. Wyvern keeps secrets. Wyvern is also not fully fledged either because a wyvern is not a dragon. It's a lesser dragon. It's a dragon, but it's not a four-legged dragon. A wyvern only has 2 legs and 2 wings. And so it does not have its evolution in check just yet. So this is a person who is not of your level, so to speak. So they're easily abused. And then they're also erratic. That's a word I'll use. Reckless actions lead to conflict, and so one can tend to be a little on the erratic side. So what is the worst case scenario? You being abused until he dies. Stepped on, walked over. That is your worst case scenario. Now, while one of you could sort of have a sympathetic moment because you're empaths out there and light workers, just remember who these people are. Ivanka, what is the worst that could happen with you being a part of that family? Worst case scenario. Oh, good God. It's worse for her because I think he taught her firsthand how to be him. And so you have hindrance. Hindrance is something that is in your way on purpose because fate is trying to put it there to help you. It's almost like, and then the moment you move it, it gets worse. So let's say, for instance, you're walking across a meadow and you don't really need to because you need to go right and left, but you going straight. And then a mountain falls from the sky and it's in your way. Then you start to chip away at the mountain, and then the mountain is reduced to rubble. Now, the problem with chipping away at the mountain is you chipped away does not mean the pieces disappeared. They fell at your feet. Now you're stuck because you're surrounded by rubble. And so you can't move now because you've now made it worse. And so instead of going left and right, now you're just stuck in the middle of a place you had no business be. And so something is trying to help you, but you're chipping away at it and burying yourself in the process. Why? Because your luck is soon to change and not in a good way. The black cat is superstitions and things that are, it's fated. So it's like a bit of a pendulum. So it can go either way. So if something's good around it, good luck. If something's bad around it, bad luck. And we get the dagger. This is like the tower meets the devil. This is the backstab, the danger, the stuff that is not good. But this is usually coming from people. And then you have the chalice. Somebody wants to do you in. Somebody wants to. Why? Because then you have the raven. Darkness looms on the horizon is what it says. So there is like a storm coming, a storm front type of thing. There is someone waiting in the wings to backstab. Again, I am not trying to predict the future. This is just a hypothetical what if type of thing. Someone waits to do you in. So you being part of that family in your in particular role has given you more enemies than you know what to do with. Something is trying to help you though in this read. Anyway, hi Edna. What's that other boy name? Eric. Let's see. Eric, what is the worst that can happen? Worst case scenario. The mama's boy. The Sphinx. Hi, geek. Choose your words carefully, it says. Especially here in the time of retrograde. But choose your words carefully. The wolf. In sheep's clothing. This is the dangerous person. Beware of who you trust. The woman. The unicorn, which is friends. And the harlequin, which is two-faced. What is the worst that could happen? You too has someone out there, just hypothetically speaking, the worst that could happen, that also is not on your side. This person is very close to you, though, with the unicorn. This is like friendships forever, BFF. This person smiles in your face. They say all the right things. The Sphinx knows the words. But they have been there for a while wearing a different face. And if I was petty, I would say it's your wife. That's if I was petty. But that's not necessarily who that is. But somebody very close to you. They have known you for a long time. So it could be even your sister. It's not your mother. So it's got to be one of them. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Donald Trump. Let's go straight to the top there. Donald Trump. As the shield falls out, he may be the one person that pushes them down first. Because as I said, you don't have to be the fastest. You have to be faster than your friends. That's it. So, Don Jr. is the only person who didn't get horrible people around him. He was more of the person that's being abused. This, again, you get the wolf. You get the bad luck. You get the seer. This is someone who knows all, sees all, is not necessarily an oracle. They're not connected necessarily to the divine, but they know instinctively what to do. They're not necessarily even the most experienced person in the world. This is a person who could be very young or younger than you, but they know what to do, like they've been here before type thing. The caduceus, the symbol of Hermes. Hermes is The god of communication, tricksters, and outlaws. Like that. The person, beware of who you trust. Caduceus, the god of communications, tricksters, and outlaws. I'm just saying. Then you have the raven. The raven is danger coming from afar. The raven is the storm is approaching. People, bad luck, talking. If this was predictive, I would say somebody right now is getting ready. They're sharpening the knife. They already know where to stick it. But this is a person that you believe is on your side. This is like your Three of Swords combination right there. And it's a younger person. Beware. Okay. Interesting. Oh, Lord. So, let me go back here. The case against the Trump family. Who gets it worse? From Letitia James. Who gets it worse? All of them? Based upon my hypotheticals. Looks like Ivanka and Trump, but let's see. The Lover's card, all of them. Four Swords, the King of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Hermit. Donald Trump singled out for extra stuff. The Queen of Cups is in the word of warning. King of Pentacles, there's Don Jr. Temperance, and the Four of Cups. So you got Trump Jr. and the girl. I didn't get an Eric card, but I'm going to say all of them because I got Four of Cups. That's all of them. But those three, in particularly, for whatever reason, come up here. Don Jr. is in the environment, which means it's something he did or is currently doing or currently did or something like that. The word of warning is the Queen of Cups. So if somebody was to get it worse, just in that case, for the kids, it would be her. But Donald Trump is singled out. So the King of Swords has extra stuff. So I'm going to say him, but it's all of them. I'm going to say him because he's singled out for other stuff. The Eight of Wands and the Eight of Cups, there's more talking. The talking leaves, though. It goes to other places. So he may be referred to something, to someone, for something. The King of Pentacles, though, this is the one person who might try to talk his way out of this. Mind you, it's not jail. This is a civil suit. But this expands. It's so easy to not be a horrible person. I just don't understand why y'all didn't get it. I can't even say it's because they had a bad start and they learned from criminals and no. There are too many people in the world who were raised in the worst of circumstances and didn't turn out to be the worst of people. Y'all could have done the same thing. You could have. Okay. Yeah, okay. Everybody wasn't, I mean, the silver spoon and all, I get that, you know, you didn't have like I said, the greatest of starts. You were raised by a criminal and stupid one. Well, actually, no. Because he didn't raise them. It ain't like he was outside throwing the football around with the boys and the girl. No. They just grew up. That's all. That they didn't have nobody. They didn't have the mom to give them the look and they know to get down off my couch type of thing. They didn't have that. But that does not mean you turn out to be who you are right now. Because it is people in this life that grew up with one parent or no parents at all and still turned out not to be the worst people in the world. Didn't do fake charities and didn't scam people in fake universities and all this type of stuff. So excuses, you get none. Because now, keep in mind, they're grown and they know better. You know what you're doing is illegal, so why don't you stop it? I'm just saying. Anyway. All right. Stephanie, you sent me a reading or a question or a story on Elon Musk, but I don't know the question to ask. But he has, his lawyer is defending him against the SEC. I believe SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, something like that. Yes. So we'll do cold read. How about that? What's going on? What's going to happen there? The Four of Wands, the Sun, the Three of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Strength, and the Six of Pentacles. Four of Wands is a company. The Sun is success. So maybe this is the energy company too, because it's about Tesla, that he had enough money to secure taking Tesla private. And the Securities Exchange Commission was like, is that you may be doing this unlawfully and this and this and this. So the Strength and the Three of Wands, there is something right now off the ground that has a very, 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 very strong defense, though, with the Seven of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. A very strong defense with securing money. So I'm not going to, does not have the money to take Tesla private. This is back in 2018, mind you. And Temperance, working with someone. There is some sort of loophole in law that he may try to jump through, but the Tower is in your word of morning here, and the Seven of Cups. So there is some sort of, this becomes more complicated. So he's saying, his lawyers are saying, this is their one defense, is that the SEC is trying to, they're violating his free speech. Because again, he's putting out there, like, I'm going to buy Twitter, with no real engine behind actually doing it. But you manipulate the markets when you do stuff like that, when you say stuff like that, because the markets are just gambling machines. There's not the economy is not the stock market. And so the stock market is just where people go to play with their money. And so, or gamble with it, I should say, because they want to see if it goes up or goes down, like the slot machine. And so when you say, I'm going to buy Twitter, that does something to Twitter's public trading, blah, 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 IPO or whatever it is. And so when you say, I'm going to take Tesla private, that changes the activity in the stock market. So it does get more convoluted. It ends like this. So there's no real winner or loser here. It gets more confusing from here. But they're not letting you go. Yeah, the HEB I worked for, they did $1 million a week. People love those stores, I guess. A week. A week. A week. A week, I say. I see a lot of electric cars out here. Like a whole bunch of them. They got a charging station not too far. I'm like, this town's got like 4 people in it. Like, do you really need this big station out here? Anyway. Elon Musk. Do an oracle read for Elon Musk. No, you can't pump your gas here, and you can't pump it in New Jersey, I believe. It's against the law. There's the king, and there's the devil. This is friendlier and cuter than the devil, because it's supposed to be like the as you see, revelry and indulgence. It's supposed to be the drink too much, eat too much, party too much kind of card, but it's the devil because that's the character Pan that the devil is modeled after with the horns and the goat feet. So you get the man and the devil. Reading over, right? I think his problem with those 2 cards alone is he may have la affluenza. He has no boundary. And part of that comes from his wealth, because he can do things that normal people can't do. And what I mean by that is every whim and fancy he can do. He can afford to do it. We have too in us, not to be so judgmental on this child here, but we have in us too whims and fancies that if somebody on the outside of our life looking in, they would think, why did you buy that? Why did you go there? Why did you eat that? Why did you try that? Why did you? Because I can. That's why. Why did I buy a pair of shoes, wear them one time, and then never again? Because I can. And that's not even an extravagant thing. That's just a thing that some people do. But he can fly a car into space. Why? Because he can. That's the extreme. That's the type of thing I'm saying. So his mom is his stepsister. I'm not. He's a kid in a grown person's body with a grown person's money. Thank you, Tim. That's what it's called, but I call him Mahatma Gandhi. So there's the raven. Raven is darkness looming on the horizon, so danger approaches. The dragon, that is the person with treasures. Treasures abound. And the shield. Something shields you from the danger, and it is indeed the treasures. For that's where your good luck comes from your ability to do whatever. You can do what you want, but should you? That's where maturity comes from. The reckless actions, word of warning. In the environment is the menstrual. The menstrual is like the Knight of Cups. This is the romance, the poetry, This is also, like I said, with the Knight of Cups, that's the false knight. That's the person who is all talk because they can. They can say the right things to the right people. Hey, don't expose me for, harassing you, and I'll buy you a horse. The water, the emotions, over emotion, he's an emotional type. And then the wizard is how it ends. Person of skill, talent, and power, and the abuse thereof. So he's going to continue this. He continues this pattern of behavior. Again, the man and the devil. But more so the man and the revelry, the person who likes to just play because he can. Coolio's a rapper. So, one card for us. I'm getting out of here. It's almost pitch dark outside, which means the seasons are changing, but the temperatures are not. Okay. One card for us. 8 of Wands, communications and fast actions. That means wrap it up. Don't do no southern goodbye. That's what it means. But in the midst of retrograde, be careful of your words. For you, sometimes you cannot unring the bell. Be careful what you say. Say what you need to say while you have the chance to say it. For everything goes very, very quick. The all-nighters stopped because I have to get up in the morning. That doesn't mean forever. It just means right now. I am in transitions of some things. I didn't cook yesterday. Yes, I did cook yesterday. No, the ninja cooked yesterday. I didn't cook anything, but it turned out fine, though. Anyway, again, southern goodbye. I will see y'all. Actually, probably not tomorrow. If I do, it'll be pop-up type of thing. It's not going to be scheduled or planned because I do have meetings and anyway. So probably not tomorrow, but if I do, then I'll be here. So I'm not cooking any rice. So I'll see y'all Sunday. Oh, Lord, Deborah, if that's true, please let it be, because you know what? That's so petty. I'm getting out of here, Southern. Goodbye. Bye-bye.